Hi, everybody. So I am opening up my summer tutoring sessions. I have a few different options available for people. I have one-on-one web sessions that are available that are extended. That means that they're 120 minutes and it's just one-on-one, me and your student, and we are going over their specific needs. I also have a 45-minute mini consultation, and those both are available through June and July, and then cut off is August 1, because August 1 I need to go back to my main profession, which is teaching with Fulton County. The other option that I have that a lot of people find a little bit more affordable and some of the kids actually enjoy more is the small group sessions. So the small group sessions are going to take place June 15th through June 19th. So it's Monday through Friday. They're 2-hour long sessions, and you're going to sign up for either the AM session or the PM session. So you will be with me June 15th through 19th. The AM session is from 10 a.m. till noon, and then the PM session is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the sessions will differ depending on what the class level needs. So as I meet with the class level, what those particular learners need, that's what I'm going to sort of cater the curriculum to. I'm going to show you some example timelines of what it might look like as far as the class sessions go, but again, these are subject to change. So the first 10 minutes of class is going to be going over either questions or introductions into the class itself. The second part of the class is going to be a grammar brush up. Grammar is often sort of neglected when it comes to students thinking that, oh, well, I know the basics, but grammar can be really effective as far as using it to your advantage when it comes to writing effectively and reading effectively, especially analytically speaking. So we're going to go from there to an analysis portion, and we might even use grammar for analysis to look at some aspects of effective writing, either argumentative or literary. We'll hit both of them during those sessions. And then finally, there's going to be a written component where your student actually writes in front of me so that they can ask questions as necessary. And then I'm going to give them both verbal and written feedback for those. So there'll be some chances for them to actually produce work that they can then either add to their portfolio, or I can give them feedback on individually. From there, we would do a brainstorm session as a class and discuss about, what is effective, what is not effective, what can we do differently. Then I would show students an exemplar so that they can examine, this is what it should look like. This is what an example of a high scoring written response would be, and why does that make it a high scoring written response. From there, I allow students to have a 10-minute break so that they can go to the restroom or get a snack, and this helps relieve the need to leave during class so that they don't miss any instruction. And then the final part of that after the break would be the bulk of the lecture. So the lecture is going to be me going over, here are the different methods that you need to use to write, either Sophoclean or Aristotelian, Toulmin method, literary analysis skills. We'd go over writing techniques, either structure, grammar. The bulk of the class is going to take place here, and those lectures I try to keep to 20 minutes just because it's difficult to keep kids' attention longer than that, but this is where the bulk of the instruction is, and students will have access to instruction after the class is over. Just no recording, please, and PowerPoint notes will be available. The last two parts of class are going to consist of some partner and group work, and this is actually one of the advantages of doing the small group as opposed to the exclusive one-on-one, meaning that your child is exposed to students who have a similar mind and a similar desire to kind of get ahead of the game, and so they're exposed to differing ideas and they're able to communicate to students that are on their level. And then the final part is what I call the final say, and that's where they're able to clarify things with me, and if we have time at the end of class, I'll address them directly. If not, I will address them at the beginning of the next class period. That's that 10-minute period in which we sort of go over what we learned yesterday, and I answer any questions that they have. And this is also where they can kind of establish, this is what I want to know. So these are the things that I need to have for my individual class or my desires or even my curiosity, because sometimes kids get really interested in different aspects of the class, but we don't have enough time to address it that particular day in that particular moment. And so that's the time that we can kind of clean up those notes next time when we meet. And that final say, I found kids are really responsive. So the very last part of this, you guys can see this is just the overall timeline. So feel free to pause here and take a look at what a sample class might look like.